There's one individual who's not here from DFW, Kelly Tuggle, who was another good friend of ours. So I want to give a shout out to Kelly for a great job. We've saved the best for last. We've got Kevin Darley from Punch Taverns. And it's not by coincidence that they're also a pub management company. We're timing it just right. After this, I promise you, it's going to be drinks and food. So with that, please join me in welcoming Kevin Darley.
I'll just do a quick show of hands then. How many people have been to a pub in Britain? I think that's the first time I've been beaten by an airport. Okay, so what am I going to talk about today? First of all, I'm a bit of a pictures person, so you have to, I'll apologise for that now. I'm going to do a quick little bit about Punch Taverns. Just let's sort of put a bit of background to that, because some of the people even from the UK won't know who Punch Taverns are. Talk a little bit about pubs in the UK. Somebody suggested I make that the whole of the presentation. Unfortunately, we've got to talk about Appian at some point, so it'll be quite a small bit. And a little bit about our first steps with Appian, but really the main part of the presentation today is where we've gone from there, about how we've taken from those early steps with Appian, expanding the scope to the whole of our business, and then really putting Appian at the centre of our operational business. Okay, so Punch Taverns then. We've got 4,200 pubs in the UK. I think our southernmost pub is the Mermaid on the Isles of Scilly, just off the southwest coast of England. And we've got, I think, the Caledonian in Stornoway on the Isle of Lewis in the north of Scotland. We run those pubs on a sort of lease or semi-franchise model. What I mean by that is we lease the pubs to entrepreneurs, people who want to run their own business, but we provide a lot of support to them. We've got about 400 staff, split roughly equally between the field and head office, which is based in the centre of the UK. So we've got a large workforce that work remotely, and a lot of them will very rarely come to the business, to the head office. And these are some of our pubs. Probably picked some nice ones for you. Not all of them are that nice. But the one thing you can see, there are different sizes. They have different business models. Some will be food pubs. Some will be heavy drinks pubs. And the one thing you'll notice is there's no sign of Punch Taverns on there. You would not know you're in a Punch Taverns pub, because essentially each one is its own business. And pubs have been around for a long, long time. There's one pub not far from where I live, the old Trip to Jerusalem, which is in Nottingham, which dates back to 1189. So they're very much part of the fabric of the UK. However, all is not really well with the pub business in the UK. There's a lot of pressure coming in from various angles. In the past, pubs were the main leisure option for people, but now there's so many things that compete for time. We all have big screen TVs in our house. We have live football streamed into the streamed into our houses. You know, there's a lot more opportunities for restaurants, fast food, and the like. And interestingly, one thing that we've certainly started to notice is that in the past, people did a lot of their socialising in pubs. And now the younger generation actually have less need for that. They're all on Facebook and Twitter and effectively do a lot of their interaction through that. So the sort of social is definitely hitting our business, but not necessarily where we'd like it to be. And then coupled with that, as like many other businesses, we've got under pressure from big retail. Alcohol prices have dropped over the past 10, 15 years in retail. It's a lot cheaper to drink in your own house. And as I said before, there are a lot nicer places now to drink in. And coupled with that, there's a lot of health concerns, and therefore there's a lot of pressure. Initially, we had quite a big impact when smoking was banned in public places in the UK, and effectively a lot of our large number of our customers were banished to smoke in smoking shelters outside of pubs. And if you spent a winter in the UK, you'll know that's not exactly a pleasant thing to be doing. And then, of course, layered on top of that, there's sort of concerns about alcohol, and alcohol consumption across the board, both sort of in the off-trade, on the on-trade, has been falling in the UK. So with all that happening, what does that mean for Punch? And essentially what we needed to do is we needed to sort of improve the way we operate. We need to become slicker, and we certainly needed to be faster in our ability to react to situations and drive it forward. Layered on top of that, there's a lot more regulation in our industry coming on, so we had to be more consistent. We certainly had to be a lot more auditable and have proof that we've done what we said we were going to do. And all that is complicated by the fact that we've got a geographic spread of staff, and also we use a lot of third parties, a lot of third-party companies who are part of our processes. And those sort of things all together, we realised we needed to sort of, if we wanted to do something, we wanted to get into business process management software, and we really wanted something that was cloud-based because of the ability to integrate the sort of remote nature of our workforce, and also integrate it with the various third parties that we involve. And we ended up choosing Appium. Now,